No, I've only had the job for a week.
Well, gee, I'm really happy here.
It's too late. I have my plans.
Ouch! Oh. Well, if childbirth hurts this much, forget it.
Yo, babe!
So much for paradise.
And God looked at woman and man, the crowning achievements of her universe, and she said,
I could use a day off.
So, you come here often? So, you free tomorrow night?
What's tomorrow night?
It's Saturday night, date night. I thought we could go into the woods and observe the evolution of the species.
Please, I'm innocent, not stupid.
Come on, loosen up. Let's party.
I liked it better when I had lopsided ribs.
What?
Well, you came for my extra rib.
No way.
Well, it's true.
I don't like this at all. Mm-mm.
Oh, what's wrong?
If the guys found out I came from a gal's rib, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hello? There are no other guys.
Yeah, but...
And at this rate, there will be no other guys.
How about this? If anybody asks, you came from my rib.
Why would I agree to that?
Come on, be a sport. Remember, all of civilization's going to come from us.
I think descend is the right word.
I want my descendants to look up to me.
Well, listen, Maher, I am not going to lie for you.
You want word to get around that I came from you? You want to take responsibility for creating me?
Well, when you put it that way, how's this? I won't tell anyone you came from my rib, and I won't correct you when you lie.
You sure I can trust you on this?
If I ever tell anyone, may I be forced to menstruate once a month?
Great. So, anyway, you want to go for a walk in the woods?
I'm not in the mood.
Come on.
Listen, buddy.
The name's Adam.
Okay, Adam.
I think God wants to name the guys alphabetically. So if we have a son, we can name him Buddy. And if you're nice to me, we could work our way all the way to Zachary.
Oh, I am not going to have 26 sons.
I'll settle for 13.
Listen, and let's get this straight. If, and I do not mean when, if we ever do anything, you're going to wear protection.
I don't wear anything.
Why not?
'Cause I'm naked and unashamed.
Yeah, we'll get over that.
So, you want to go for a walk?
I'm really not in the mood.
Come on, let's go for a walk.
God, why did you create an animal that can't take a hint?
Just one little walk.
Oh, okay. One more.
Whoa, Eve, look at them apples. They look delicious.
No. God told us not to eat those.
Whoa, these are delicious. Have a bite.
I don't want to.
Come on, have a taste.
I don't want.
Come on. Ooh, good, huh? Swallow.
Everyone out of the garden!
Now see what you did?
I want an explanation now!
Okay, you want the truth? Here's the truth. Eve brought me the apple.
I did not.
You want me to look bad?
You want me to look bad?
Tell her a snake made you do it.
What?
Blame it on a snake.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Hey! I am all-knowing. I am all-seeing. And I'm not deaf either.
Look, we promised never to do it again.
Shut up, Adam. Your days in paradise are over.
Can I have just one more week?
It's over! Henceforth, you shall be forced to toil and labor day in and day out, with maybe 2 weeks vacation per year max. Your capacity for joy will become so diminished that for happiness you will be forced to watch sports on TV. You will wonder why you were born, and in your pain you will become obnoxious, long-winded, and unable to tell a funny joke at parties. And so your life shall be one misery after another until you die!
And what is my punishment?
You're gonna have to live with the guy.
Oh!
Golda, do you love me?
Do I what? Oh,
Do you love me?
I love you. With our daughters getting married and there's trouble in the town, you're upset. You're worn out. Go inside. Go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Golda, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know, but do you love me?
Do I love you? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
The first time I saw you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd grow to love each other. So I'm asking you, Golda, do you love me?
I'm your wife.
I know, but do you love me?
Do I love him? For 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years, my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
Then you love me.
I suppose I do.
And I suppose I love you too.
It
Doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know.
Hello?
Hello, Mama.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Terrible, Mama, terrible.
What's the matter, sweetheart? Tell Mama.
Oh, Mama, we're snowed in here. The car won't start. I think both kids are coming down with the measles, and the doctor can't come till 5 o'clock. I'm catching a cold. The freezer's broken, the food is spoiled, and the house is a mess. On top of that, Mama, 20 ladies from my Hadassah chapter are coming over for lunch at 1 o'clock. Oh, Mama, what am I going to do?
Don't worry, sweetheart. Mother is here. First, I'll go to the supermarket and I'll pick up to eat. Then I'm going to get the subway to the Long Island Railroad, and then I'll get the train.
Oh, Mama, I don't
Please, darling. Everything will be okay. Now, it's only an hour and a half to the bus, and I'm going to take the bus. And from where the bus stops, I'm going to walk the 14 blocks to your house. So everything will be okay. For you, darling, I am going to clean the house, and I'm going to fix something really nice for those 20 ladies. They are going to love it. So don't worry. It will be okay. Isn't that what a mother is for?
Oh, Mama, thank you. I feel so much better.
By the way, sweetheart, if the car won't start this morning and Sam can't get to work, how did he manage?
Sam? What, Sam?
Sam, your husband.
My husband's name is Paul. Is this Tremont 71166?
No. This is Tremont 71177.
Does that mean you're not coming?
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming. It really meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to him, too. And thanks for the dairy platter. Max loved cheese. Bye. Never seen so much food in my life.
You hardly ate a thing. Can I fix your plate?
No, I have absolutely no appetite today. I'll just pick.
I think the caterers did a wonderful job.
I think the food at the Westfall's funeral was better.
Food at the Westfall's funeral wasn't even as good as the food at the Garrison's funeral.
You think so? I thought the food at the Goldbergs' funeral was twice as good as the food at the Garrisons'.
Are you kidding? The food at the Goldbergs' funeral wasn't even as good as the food at the Steinman's funeral.
There has been too much death lately.
I know.
I've gained 5 pounds.
You look lovely.
Milt, I just want you to know I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me these last few days.
Max was my business partner for 36 years and my best friend for even longer. I know he'd want me to look after you.
Well, having you by my side every moment, it's been a great comfort.
You and Max were there for me when Sylvia died.
Well, we tried.
Well, I'm glad I could be there for you.
You surprised me today, Milt.
I did?
Your eulogy for Max, I never knew you could be so eloquent.
I just spoke from the heart.
The words you said painted a picture of such a beautiful man.
Don't cry.
Well, I just thought if Max could only hear these words, he wouldn't recognize himself.
Max had many beautiful qualities.
Yes, he did. And I often thought the tragedy of his life was that he kept them so well hidden.
I know. Often when we were going through a difficult business negotiation, I'd want to say to him, "You're a beautiful person, Max. Stop acting like an asshole." I hope you don't mind.
No, I understand.
He was a very complex man.
And yet he appeared so simple.
Few knew the real man.
That's why your eulogy was so touching. Now his friends know the depth of decency he refused to let anyone else see.
If my words offered you even a moment of solace.
Many moments, and when we were at the graveside and you shoveled dirt on his casket, I never saw anyone shovel with such spirit before. Everyone there could see how much you loved him.
Yes, I did.
Especially when you refused to give the shovel to anyone, and you kept shoveling and shoveling until he was completely buried.
I hope what I'm about to say isn't improper, but...
Yes?
You look excellent in black.
Well, thank you. You know, the last few nights I get into bed, I still expect him to be there, snoring like a moose from sinus problems. Oh, I hope that doesn't sound disrespectful.
You're just being honest.
And then in the morning when I wake up, I still expect to see him.
I know.
Tossing all the towels on the bathroom floor and yelling he can't find his socks, and putting on a shirt and pants even colorblind dogs know don't match. Drinking coffee and dribbling it onto the newspaper, and finally looking at me with his deep, soulful eyes and saying, "I'm retired. What the hell do I do now?"
You never know how much someone affects you until they're gone.
I don't know how I'm going to fill all the hours now that I don't have to clean up after them.
You're strong. You'll move on.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Max is in a better place now.
Well, he always complained about this place.
I remember the night Sylvia died. I opened our fridge and browsed for as long as I wanted, knowing for the first time in decades I wouldn't hear her yell, "Stop letting the cold air out!"
You must be feeling quite a void these last 6 months.
48 long years. There are worse things than voids.
I thought the two of you had a good marriage.
We only had problems when we were in the same room together. I guess neither of our marriages was perfect.
Well, Max raised imperfection to an art form.
I know you two had your ups and downs.
Felt more like downs and rest periods.
Maybe if the two of you had had children.
Well, Max was never big in the sperm department.
He told me it was your eggs.
Are you kidding? I had eggs up the wazoo. It was his sperm. They limped.
That's too bad.
I don't think a single one ever made it all the way to my eggs.
Well, Max was never good with directions.
You know, I think his sperm were so happy to leave his body once outside, they ran amok.
You know, the way you talk, I'm almost surprised you stayed with him.
Well, there were times I considered leaving. But then I thought, oh, Aggie, you made your bed, you lie in it.
At least Max had a wife who made the bed.
Sylvia didn't make the bed?
I think it was vanity.
Vanity?
The more wrinkled the sheets were, the younger she looked in comparison.
But she didn't have many wrinkles.
She used to put Scotch tape on her forehead at night so it wouldn't wrinkle when she slept.
Yeah, well, not on nights when you...
Even then.
Oh, how awful.
Well, she had problems in that area.
Serious problems?
48 years. The only time she ever shrieked in bed was the night I ripped the tape off her forehead. I shouldn't be talking about.
Well, oh my God.
At least we communicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sylvia was big on communication. She could talk for hours and hours. And now that she's died, I still hear her voice in my head. And she's just as boring dead as alive. Oy.
Why did you stay with her 48 years?
Well, for the sake of the children.
Oh, yes. And how are your children?
Who knows how deep in our heart of hearts anyone really is. On the surface, they're idiots.
Do you ever think you'll marry again?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I should start dating again, but it's so hard to find a woman our age who doesn't seem desperate to land a man.
Ugh, I never want to appear desperate.
I would only want to go out with a woman of impeccable character.
Character is so important.
And yet who's alive and interested in life.
I find life fascinating.
And who believes that you're never too old to be sexually vital.
I'd like to die having an orgasm.
This is probably too soon to say this.
Yes.
Perhaps after a decent interval of mourning, one day, maybe,
Yes.
you'd give me the honor of letting me take you out.
Well, after a decent interval, I think I like that very much.
Not too long a time.
Wouldn't want to die horny in the middle of a decent interval.
One must be respectful of the rules, but not a fanatic about them.
If I died first, I'm sure Max would have figured out what the shortest decent interval was.
He would have never been able to replace you. You don't think he was ever unfaithful, do you?
No, are you kidding? I can't imagine any other woman who would want to sleep with him.
I can't even imagine you with him. Sorry.
Well, to be very honest, sometimes the only way I could stand to be with him is to imagine I was with... Oh, I can't say.
You can say.
Oh, I'd make you blush.
Good, I've been feeling pale.
Oh, I can't.
Please?
Well, it's...
You're imagining you were with me, weren't you?
Well, you were on the list.
Ooh, how long a list?
Oh, short list.
Well, as long as we're being completely honest with each other.
Yes.
Sometimes the four of us would be having dinner, and I'd look at you and I'd think, if I could just grab her ass once, I'd die a happy man.
My dear, dear Milt, I don't want you to die, and I Certainly don't want you to die unhappy.
How long do you think a decent interval would be?
It's hard to say.
It's a very personal decision.
Very personal.
If at any time you think you even might be ready, give me a little hint, and I pray I'm smart enough to notice it.
You know, Milt, I find you a very attractive man.
Oh, thank you.
Just being here, I'm getting hot.
Well, black absorbs heat.
I bet you look great naked.
Well, when I'm not distended from gas.
I think when one is considering how long a decent interval should be, one needs to factor in the person for whom one grieves.
Oh, it has been a long day, hasn't it?
Could you be thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. For a while, blood was rushing to my head, but now it's moved lower.
It'd be wrong, wouldn't it?
You belong on a pedestal, Aggie.
Oh.
I want to put you on a pedestal and lick your toes.
Oh, you do know what I want, don't you?
Dare we allow ourselves one moment of bliss?
No, this is crazy. I should have never led you on.
Let me give you pleasure, Aggie. Let me make passionate love to you right here and now. I look at you, Aggie, and I feel like growling.
Well, who's stopping?
Ah,
Meow.
ah,
Meow.
enough foreplay. I'm losing my voice. I can't wait anymore.
Me neither.
Oh.
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 You were right. The food at the Goldberg's funeral was much better than the food at the Garrisons.
This is not important. We don't need to discuss this.
It was the coffee that was better at the Garrisons.
I had a Diet Coke. It's the same everywhere.
I'd be happy to help you clean up a bit.
No, that's okay.
I know I was a little fast, but
Oh, that's okay.
I think it was a legacy of my years with Sylvia. She was only willing to make love during commercial breaks. It created many bad habits.
We don't need to discuss this.
I could always tell when she wasn't in the mood. She'd turn on PBS.
Enough.
Next time, I'll be more, well, if there is a next time.
You know, Milt, we're both going through a lot of stress right now, and sometimes when we're stressed, we do foolish things.
And sometimes we do wonderful things too quickly. Do you want me to go?
No, it's just that...
I don't want you should get a wrinkle over it.
Oh, I have plenty of wrinkles.
I don't think of them as wrinkles. I see a beautiful face that's underlined.
Are you hungry?
Not really.
How about a little snack?
No, thanks.
A nibble?
I don't eat between meals.
Oh.
I believe in self-discipline.
Well, I find self-discipline easier when I'm full.
How about watching some TV? I bet there's some great old movies on cable.
No, when Max died, the first thing I did is cancel our cable.
Why'd you do
Well,
that?
It's a waste of time and money.
Even the classic movie channels?
I hate watching classics that are younger than I am.
Oh.
Hey, would you like to go for a little walk?
With my feet?
You have foot problems.
Only for walking. For sitting, they're both terrific.
Oh, I love walks.
Oh. Hey, you know, it'd be a nice change of pace.
What?
How about next week we go play some bingo?
No, I don't think so.
You don't like bingo?
I find bingo a more painful form of euthanasia.
Oh.
Hey, would you like to go to an art museum?
When they come up with a museum where you sit and they bring the paintings to you, then I'll go.
Oh.
How about going to a baseball game?
Would you like to go to the aquarium?
Do you like any sports?
How about we go to a concert?
How about I buy us a jigsaw puzzle?
Oh, I don't think I have enough patience for anything that takes that long.
We could just get together and have sex. Wait, that doesn't sound
Oh,
right.
Milt.
I guess I don't know that much about you, Aggie.
Well, how could you? As long as our spouses were alive, we never got a word in edgewise.
We really have nothing in common, do we?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
Well, other than hating our spouses, nothing.
Well.
Well.
What?
Do you know?
What?
Do you know the worst thing that my wife ever did to me?
I don't know. Could have been anything worse than what Max did to me.
I'll never know unless you tell me every single awful thing he did to you.
I hardly know where to start. 47 years of marriage is a lot of awful things. I could go on for years and not repeat myself.
Really?
You start.
Okay. One day, I came home from a day of work that was complete hell, due in no small part to working with your idiot husband.
You have my full attention.
All I wanted was a drink and some peace and quiet. But Sylvia, she had typed up a list of everything about me that bothered her.
That bitch.
A type list. The house is a mess, but the list, immaculate.
I love it when your nostrils flare.
Where's dinner, I say. Being too demanding, she said. That's number 7. And I thought, what was I thinking when I married her?
Grab me.
Our spouses were 2 of the most repulsive people who ever walked the earth.
More. I want more.
They were monsters.
More. Tell me more in the bedroom.
Matzo ball. Your honey bunny's home. Where are you? Where are you?
I'm hiding.
I bought you a little gift to share. Where are you?
I'm hiding.
It's that big diamond ring you wanted. Where are you?
Oh, stay right behind the screen.
Oh, there you are. There you are. You try that on now, bud.
Oh, yeah,
There, yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, come.
Look at
Oh,
that.
there.
Oh,
You look so
wonderful.
beautiful.
Oh, my.
Oh, my little schnitzel. 91 years old. Let's go out for a nice Yorkshire dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Mwah. Come on.
Yes. They usually use their thumbs, but I'm gonna go back and use a pencil. Mm-hmm.